As we've been reporting, Nauru says it's out of money and that it'll soon be forced to shut down public services, including those for refugees on the island. So how did it all come to this? Simon Frazer explains.
Well, this dates back several years, Auskar, and it relates to bonds issued by Nauru and an issue that a US-based funds manager, Firebird, has with those funds. Initially, they sought to be repaid millions of dollars. It's around $31 million, I believe. A Japanese court basically sided with the funds manager. They've since then, in 2011, been trying to basically get that money. They initially went to the US court system. That didn't work. They are now going through the New South Wales Supreme Court, and that's why we've got to this stage, because Nauru does not have its own bank. It does all its government banking through Westpac, so their funds are based in Australia, and through the New South Wales Supreme Court, Firebird has been able to freeze its accounts, just as you or I would have our accounts frozen if a company sought a court order because we owed the money.
Australia, of course, has an asylum seeker detention centre on Nauru, which has been seen by some there as helping the economy on the island. Is there any indication the facility might be affected?
We've seen an affidavit from the Nauruan Finance Minister that was received by the court a week ago in relation to this case, and that spells out quite clearly the impacts of this current freeze on the bank accounts. Quite severe, the affidavit says, not just for the asylum seekers but also for the general population of Nauru. It says that they are basically without cash reserves now. They don't have money. They pay their public servants their fortnightly. The last pay was this week. They now have no more money to pay for essential services. Now that includes the hospital on Nauru, it includes the power station, it includes the desalination plant to provide water, and obviously from now as well it means they can't pay wages for police and other essential services there. So there's that level of impact on the asylum seekers held there in detention. Beyond that though, Nauru's airline, that affidavit says, will also no longer be able to operate. Now, according to the affidavit, that is responsible for flying various contractors in and out of the island who service the people held in detention there. And according to the affidavit, it says that will have a severe impact on the physical and mental health of the refugees. So quite a big warning there.
So what happens now? How will this all be resolved?
In terms of the court dispute and whether Nauru will have to pay this money, how they will pay it, that court case is listed to begin on Monday. So that will be, I guess, the continuation of that process.